everyone, this is the word art for the back cover collage for Part 83, Wide-Eyed in Wonder. This is our lesson today. We were doing a spiritual discipline, perception. So perception's our word. I think we're going to go on and do one of our longer 2-page words. We've done it before on no plus nothing, and we did relationship, broke those apart. Just the longer, because on the word collage on the back, the words that are smaller fit just fine, but the bigger words, unless it can be shortened. But I feel like this is one we can do. Perception's really like one that needs to be done bigger, so I'm gonna do that. And like the last 2 times, you'll see the full word at the very end of the video. Perception. Okay, perception. There we go. These are always fun to do. A little bit out there, but it works for me. Having an eternal mindset really helps you in like your daily life, and like, why should I read the word? Why should I obey God? Why should I go to church? Why should I develop godly relationships with people? You know, that answers the whys of things when we have like we see God's eternal perspective. Because God's approaching everything in our lives from the, even the suffering we go through, he's approaching it from the perspective of it's preparing us for eternity. It's preparing us to better serving him on earth so that we can do eternal, the eternal works that he has for us to do, which we can't understand and we can't do unless we have an eternal mindset, an eternal perception, or understanding the way that we perceive the world around us, the way that we perceive him has to be from, an eternal mindset. My perception of serving him, even in creating this curriculum, I know that this is an eternal work. It's a work that's going to help others have more of an eternal mindset on the Lord and the things of the Lord. So it helps me when I go about doing these things, like waking up every morning and actually recording all these videos, even though I don't understand it, I don't have to understand it. I just have to be obedient to the Lord, knowing that he has an eternal purpose in it. So, just like writing the books, I'm not wildly, popular, famous. Nobody's ordering the books, I don't know if anybody's reading to even the ones that I've given away, but that doesn't matter to me, because what matters is God asked me to do it and I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter what I see in the natural, but they're spiritual good works that God's given me to do since the dawning of time. Before time was time, God purposed that I would write this book series. God purposed that I would create these curriculum videos in 2025 and 2026. God knew he would ask me, and he knew that I would say yes, and he knew that I would do them. And then God sees every person that's ever going to watch the videos, this curriculum, and is going to see him a little clearer, see heaven a little clearer, have their perception of things changed through it. So God sees all that, and it's not my concern what God does with these videos. It's my concern to just be obedient as he leads day by day, to just do what he's asked me to do. And hopefully that faithful endurance also helps other people be faithful and endure. So hopefully I'm setting an example of what faithful obedience looks like, so that others can be faithfully obeying God in what he has them to do as well. So, perception. I think we're going to do gold. I'm going to get a lot of opportunities to use the gold. But gold symbolizing like maybe like an eternal heavenly perspective on life. Gold is very wet. The other thing is like I told my friend over the weekend I went to visit him and up in Toledo, and one of the things I said is even if I die tomorrow, having not finished the book series or finished the curriculum, that's not my concern either, because if God takes me home, then I know that he found me with faith. Jesus said, will I find faith on the earth when I return? It's the same concept of like the virgins with their lamps filled with oil, trimmed with oil when the bridegroom comes. So the question you really have to ask yourself every day, is God going to find me doing what he's asked me to do? Is God going to find me being obedient to his word? Is God going to find me seeking his face, seeking to do his will for my life? Is he going to find my faith living and active? Because faith is dead if it doesn't have works. So my thing is, if Jesus returns right now, comes in the clouds, then I want Jesus to find me faithfully doing what he's asked me to do. Just faithfully carrying on the work. I'm praying that God allows me to finish the book series, and allows me, and I believe he will, of course. But the point is, I want to be found doing what God has asked me to do, whatever that is, whether it's in solitude or if it's in community or if it's, in Ohio or in Texas, wherever God's sending me, taking me for whatever season of life I'm going through. I want to be found being faithfully obeying him, because I think that's just all that God's kind of asking us. Are you faithful to seek him every day? And if you're working a job, are you faithful to wake up in the morning and spend time with him, read your word? And are you faithfully loving your coworkers? Are you praying for them? Are you seeking their highest good every day? Are you working hard to show yourself a workman approved in your job, showing that you're doing everything that you can as unto the Lord? Are you working as unto the Lord? Is God going to find you being a faithful, workman? Are you going to work hard? It's like when I worked this Loves job, last year, there were so many things that were asked, and people just were like, I don't want to do that. That's not part of my job. And for me, it was like, I'm going to go clean the bathroom. I'm going to do maintenance when there's no maintenance guy. I'm going to do all of these things for the Lord. And even though I'm not getting paid extra, I'm just a cashier, but I'm going to still try to do all I can while I'm here to be, to just do, and I didn't do it perfectly, of course. Perception. Because I'm not perfect. I'm being perfected. But in all the ways that I can, in those moments where I think about it, am I being kind to the people that are coming? Am I seeking to get them in and out really fast because they're on their way to work? Stuff like that. It's like trying really hard in every way that I can, knowing that I'm imperfect, but asking God to help me in those things. It's just having an eternal mindset, an eternal perspective. So yeah, so perception. This is PTION, and then you'll see it at the end, perception. I'm not gonna add anything else to it. I like just the gold. Yeah, so thanks for watching.